What's going on, Chicago? Now it's finally been arrested in a quadruple homicide that happened in the South Shore neighborhood, 75th and Cole. Maurice Harris, 19 years old. He's been arrested by the Chicago Police Department, now charged with 4 counts of murder of 28-year-old Emmanuel C. Stokes, 32-year-old Edwin Davis, 19-year-old Raheem Jackson, and 20-year-old Dylan Jackson. Now, you're going to see Eddie Johnson, who's the superintendent out here in Chicago. He's going to give a press conference about these murders. All right? Now, it was a total of, they said it's a total of 7 killings within 12 hours, but it was 9 people within 2 days, 12 people within like a 3-day radius in the South Shore area, right? You'd think the police would catch on to as a gang war. Now, in this press conference, Eddie Johnson is going to say, we're trying our best to stop this carnage in Chicago. We congratulate the police for a well-done job they done. We're trying to stop the violence. His idea of stopping the violence is locking people up longer. Take a look.
But this arrest is a clear example of the outstanding police work by the 2nd District officers and the detective work by Area Central, as well as the tremendous help from the community that we received in helping to resolve this incident. Throughout the city of Chicago, CPD officers are working to reduce the violence and hold criminals like Mr. Harris accountable for the crimes that they commit. I'm glad to say that we've made some progress, but there's still an awful lot of work to be done. And I continue to call on our legislators, our community members, and the families of those who contribute to the violence to work with us to get them on the right path before they act, and to hold them accountable if they choose to pull a trigger.
As you see, Eddie Johnson is standing up there. Oh yeah, we're committed to stop this crime. But wait a minute. Who in the world do you have to stop this crime? For one, when did it take you to figure out that it's a gang war going on over here? After the first killing? No, you didn't figure it out then. Second killing? Still didn't figure it out. The third, the fourth, and then this quadruple homicide happened. Within 4 blocks, 71st and Cole was the first one. The second one happened on 71st was the 2 murders. Gang war. You didn't figure it out after the third one? Blocks away from each other, then a quadruple homicide. Now, if this happened in Mount Greenwood, do you think that cops would have been crawling all over the place after the first murder? Absolutely. Take a guess on where your resources went to. Oh, they had to stop New Era Chicago. You know what New Era Chicago was doing? They were picking up garbage in black neighborhoods. They were knocking door to door, preaching love and peace, and for the community to come together and get along and come together as a family. They were feeding their people a message of love and unity to black people in Chicago and these black areas. Yes, that's where your resources went. Instead of having 50 cops in South Shore after the first murder, after the second murder, the third murder, they still didn't have nobody in that area. And then this quadruple homicide happens. And they want to sit here and try to pretend, do you think after the second, third murder happened that cops wouldn't have been crawling all over Mount Greenwood? You think they would have been harassing Girl Scouts, selling Girl Scout cookies door to door? For New Era Chicago Saturday morning, they had over 50 SWAT cars out there for peaceful people picking up garbage. Yes, feeding people, helping people, loving on people, preaching a message of love to people. Yes, that's where your resources went, Chicago. The families of this murder should be horrified. I'm horrified. Everybody in Chicago should be fuming right now. Because after the first, second, third murder, South Shore should have been crawling with cops. Now, if New Era Chicago would have went to South Shore to pick up trash, I'm sure it would have been crawling with cops. Detectives, 3 and 4, 5 paddy wagons. The lieutenants out there, even the chiefs out there. After the first murder, South Shore should have been crawling with cops. 3 blocks later, two more people got killed. The next day, 4 more people got killed. That same night, 2 more people got killed. And the cops still wasn't caught, and they still had 50 squad cars to commit to New Era Chicago, who was picking up trash, cleaning up black neighborhoods. They still had detectives available to... Now, this young brother comes to find out his father was one of the people that was killed the previous day, and he was retaliating for his father. Of course, okay, yeah, we know that. It's a gang war. It's retaliation. So, when do your so-called detectives put this together like, wait a minute, some murder over here, it's probably going to be retaliation. Hey, I got a good idea. Let's put a few more extra cops in this area. If New Era Chicago was going in to clean up the neighborhood, they'll find extra cops then. Oh yeah, they'll find at least 50 extra squad cars. They'll find 4 or 5 paddy wagons, 3 or 4 detectives. Because God forbid black people unite together and love each other. They want to sit and try to convince us that they're trying to solve murders, that they're trying to protect us. When the people who are trying to stop the murders, they're trying to stop them from stopping the murders. Now ask yourself, why is that? What's their real agenda? What's their real plan for the black community? That's what black people need to start asking themselves. What's the police real agenda? How come so many guns on the streets of Chicago? How come 80% of the murders are unsolved? How come every cop out there knew every member of New Era Chicago's names, but don't know their goddamn drug dealer, don't know no killer names, but they know every member of New Era Chicago's names? They know their GoFundMe page that they just took down. How come that is? Ask yourself that question. Eddie Johnson, you have a lot of explaining to do to the Chicago residents. It's a gang war with 8 to 12 people murdered in South Shore, and you got 50 squad cars to commit to New Era Chicago cleaning trash. Yes, Eddie Johnson, you have a lot of explaining to do. That makes absolutely no sense, and Chicago should be furious. Anyway, I want y'all to like, comment, let me know what you think about this video. Peace, I'm out.